Hi gang, Shazal here. So this is like a video in regards to the Ally or the Xbox, sorry, Xbox ROG Ally X versus the OG Z1E. Okay, because I have put this huge, chunky debran case, it is a bit heavier. I can understand that, but so while if you want to hold this device, it is this a bit like less heavier than this, even though this might look like a bit bigger. And unfortunately, I don't have like that much space. Okay, yeah, let's make some space first. So let's take this out first. That doesn't exist. Okay, so these are the two devices. So we're gonna use a stand at the back of the device itself. Okay, so if you look at the ergonomics itself, they kind of look almost same as well. Like the way the button layout is, where everything is. And is it just me? Yeah. Even though the screen is almost 7 inches on both, this looks a bit wider. The reason being the glass frame on this one, it's a bit wider than this one. Or maybe I have the sticker on. Could be that. Could be. So, but like it does look bigger. Anyways, so few issues with this device. Let's just talk about this first. Obviously, this is a newer device itself. So it has more raw power, it can do more stuff, and it has more RAM. So if you had the Ally X version, it is almost same, just like the faster RAM and then the newer chipset. Obviously, and you will notice the improvements when you're running at like between 17 watts, and this one can go to 35 watts and upwards. So but when you're using like full capacity or the full horsepower, there is the jump is between 5 to 20%. I'll say I won't even say 15%. I'll say it's 20%, right? Depending on the title, how optimized it is. So that matters. Now, the device itself. This is an old Windows plain as version, right? So it has the newer version of Armoury, but it still has the default Windows as a main. While this one, you can switch between, you can make the Windows as your main experience when you boot up your device, or otherwise you can switch between. Obviously, the 25H2 update is available now. You don't have to do Insider, but there's a longer way. There's already a guide how to install that, so that's an older method, but you can still use it. Anyways, even though it is an older device, I'm not talking about the ergonomics itself. It works. To be honest, though, that's kind of amazing. Though this is like a newer device. I can understand that the software is not there, but there are so many problems with it. Let's just talk about a few of these ones. Okay, so we're gonna do is fingerprint here. Okay, sometimes fingerprint just stops working. Okay, so I am in the Armoury crate. I'm gonna put the control mode is default, right? So now, as you can see, this bit is working. Randomly, it will just stop working, and then it won't go to this bottom tile. No reason. No idea why. It's just random. Other thing I've noticed. For some reason, well, this one I can understand because this is the first iteration, and then there wasn't that much of a cooling on the back of your screen, so that your screen tends to get hotter. Understand? So they revised the device itself, so they put more air going through the screen itself, so now screen stays cooler. This one does not have any cover on yet, while this one, it has this chunky case from dbrand. Even if I'm using for longer sessions, Yes, I can understand when I'm touching the screen will get hotter. That's understandable. But the problem with this one is, for some weird reason, the grips, they get hot. I don't know why. Like, and there is nothing, like, not even, when I open this device, like, it could be like, okay, there's something like the battery or something like that. Nope, the screen doesn't get that far. The battery almost shell ends here. I don't know why, but the hands on the grips, sorry, they get hot. Okay, now I'm not gonna go into the performance because there's so many YouTube videos and they have already done a really good in-depth job. They have done so many comparison, because for me, like, my comparison is quite outdated as well, because I don't have the X version, so I can't do side-by-side comparison. I can only compare with that. And yes, because that is a 8 gigs of sorry, like, obviously it's a 16 GB device. You will be dedicating to the VRAM. It's gonna be 6 to 8, right? 6 in most titles, or you will be using auto, and some extreme titles you're gonna put at 8. Better option, you can use that, like the Bazara on that, so there is more RAM available for the system. But the thing is, with these chips, VRAM is not the issue, right? So you won't be like bottlenecked by your VRAM. Obviously, if you're running for 2 to 3 gigs, yes, in those instances, but 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 GBs, your iGPU will be the bottleneck itself. These are iGPUs, they have their own limitation. Yes, they are very good, they can do so much, and if you give them enough power, even if not enough power, they're doing really good work compared to a couple of years back when we had Intel iGPUs or even AMD ones, and they were just horrible. You couldn't do anything. While this one, you can almost play 1080p games, 720p. You can even play AAA titles, or like at it 900p, right? Okay, anyways, that's the thing. So other thing, card readers, because these do have a SD card slot. So even if you're using the top gen cards, so like, let me show you. So I can't, because I am downloading a game. As you can see, it is horrible. So let me bring it a bit closer. So yeah, so if you're trying to install like some games, because for me it is like a 1 gig card, it's gonna take days, to be honest though. Yeah, yes, obviously they have improved the, like, now at least your card slot won't die and your memory card won't die, but it's still terribly slow. So I was expecting they do some sort of improvement, even though if your card says it can write up to 140 or 160 megabits, it's not a sustained rate. Maximum when you are transferring, installing games, if you are lucky, close to 40. Otherwise it will jump between 10 to 30, sometimes if it feels like it, to 40 MBs. Now I just found a new issue. So this is a portable monitor we're gonna put here. Okay, so obviously with these devices, especially this being a small device, you would like to have like a portable monitor with you, just to be, so you can enjoy your games, like, and also if you have like if you want to add a controller to make it even better, sure, why not? It's your device. Otherwise you don't need it, because everything is in one package. So that's make you okay. Now, so we haven't done anything. Screen came on. Okay, so now, boom, I didn't press anything. It works normal. It's on battery, as you can see over there. Full screen, one port. Okay, right, everything is working. This can go to 120 hertz. Okay, now don't say like it's a battery issue, because it's like at half. Like, as you can see here, the battery is like at half. So yeah, now we are plugging this into the Ally. the Xbox. So something is happening. As you can see, the screen has turned on, gone back. Okay. Again. Turns on, stops working. Not a battery issue, not a power issue. There's some weird glitch going on with this. I have so this one it has like a pass-through power. So if I plug in the USB-C directly into the monitor, so what it will do is it will take enough power and then it will provide enough power to your device itself. So you have one neat cable. You don't need to have like multiple cables, so you don't need to have a mess. I will show you in the yeah, let me show you. So or yeah, there the cable is here. Okay, so this is an anchor one. This is okay. So now power delivery, it says it's not enough. It is 140 watt hour charger. Okay, fine, forget it. This one, still plug it in. One cable. Now, as you can see, it is charging. And I'm not even like on the higher wattage. It's at 17 watts. It should be, and there's nothing that much fancy running. Now, charging. Let's remove that. A second. Okay, that's on the battery. Okay, does it give us any errors? Nope, works. Okay. I'm not even going into the the mess which is the full screen experience self is. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking generic stuff which randomly stops working on this device. If you want to use this device, to be honest though, first you will need to have like a keyboard and mouse with you. I'm just being honest with you. It will make your life easy. Yes, it has a control built into that, but it's more for look, but don't touch. The Xbox itself, while you're trying to switch through different games, it will just randomly start bugging out. Okay. Yes. Okay, now press this. I'm pressing this. As you can see, the clicks are really loud on this. So it will bother somebody who's next to you, right? So this device feels like you're more of like testing than actually, using it. It is really half-baked. There is so many problems with it. Hardware can go so much. Okay, best option is like Bazide. I have the XR glasses. I haven't even tested those. I don't think they will even work. I don't know. The drivers are updated. Everything is updated. Everything's working normally. It's just as soon as the things which should be working because it's meant to be smooth Xbox ready experience, it is not. There's so many issues with it. So yeah, this is my rant. So if you have any questions, do let me know. So yeah, as you can see, it's more of like okay. Yes, this is like, for me, the only thing is like, okay, this is less like heavier. It feels less heavier. Obviously, it has the I can understand because this one has like aluminum plate at the back. Then I've like put tons of tape at the battery. Then added some extra aluminum plate in the middle, so there is like a gap for the better thermal, so it doesn't expand, because a lot of people were having issues. What they were doing is they were just putting the battery as is, and it was sitting on top of the RAM modules, which get super hot. And then because it's a much bigger battery, it's not ventilated, that was getting hotter, and obviously it depends on the quality as well. The battery will start expanding, and then you will have issues. I think it was Kira, whose guide I followed. She was the first one who did a lot of testing. So thanks to her, at least we had a solution to work around. Yes, this is a heavier device, but it's usable. I can understand it even though it's like a couple of old devices, it's still Windows. At the back end, it's Windows. I can understand you were having problem at the like the UA, the GUI, which is or the experience which is running on top of the Windows at the front end. But the main Windows, that should at least work normally. That's what you expect. Even if Xbox can't fix it, at least this bit should work. It doesn't work on this as well. And the issues which are super confusing. Anyways, it's a fun device. I'll like, if you want to get it, do get it. It's that's pretty much it. So there's some weird issues with these devices, and a lot of people are complaining for different things. Randomly, what happens is when the touch, like the panel, get delayed on the response. So if you have tapped something, it won't register it. It will register after a couple of seconds. Or what happens is, because it's not registering, you will try to tap it a couple of times, then it will register all of those in one go, and then it will just become like a hot mess. So Xbox need to really work on these, and obviously a lot of these things can be improved because these are not hardware issues, these are more of a software issues. I'm thinking, okay, like what I can do is I maybe install like Bazite and just call it a day instead of going through all this. But at least, like it gives you guys an idea what is going on, what's happening with these devices. So, and yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, do let me know. Take care, sis. Have a good day. Bye-bye.